Doors open this morning, coffee's warm, sun's doing that thing it does, where it comes in slow and makes everything look a little more forgiving than it did the night before. I just wanna sit here and not waste this. I know what it felt like to not hear you. I know what it felt like to sit in a room and wonder if you'd left for good. I don't wanna go back there, not because I'm afraid, just because I know what I'd be missing now. Anything big today, no miracle, no direction, just this. Just keep me close enough to recognize your voice when I hear it. Lord, don't let me forget your voice, not when life gets loud again, not when I get distracted by that doesn't matter as much as this does. Lord, don't let me forget your voice. I know what it sounds like now. I don't ever want to lose that again. I think about how easy it is to drift without noticing, not in one big moment, just slowly, day by day. The quiet mornings getting a little shorter, the conversations getting a little less honest. I don't want that to happen. I'm asking you to help me before it starts. So remind me, Lord, on the ordinary days, the ones that don't feel significant, the Tuesdays, the slow afternoons, the evenings I forget to pay attention. Come find me in those two. Whisper something I can't ignore. Keep me close. Lord, don't let me forget your voice, not when life gets loud again, not when I get distracted by everything that doesn't matter as much as this does. Lord, don't let me forget your voice. It's the thing that led me home. I can't afford to forget what that sounds like. Not now, not ever again. Almost gone now. Sun's fully in the room. I could sit here all morning, Lord, just like this, just talking, just listening. Don't let me forget this either, this ordinary beautiful morning, where I remembered what it feels like to be home. I opened my eyes this morning before the alarm, just laid there a second looking at the ceiling the way I used to, when everything felt heavy. But this time it wasn't heavy, it was just morning, and morning was enough. I got up slow, made my way to the window, before I checked anything, before the phone, before the news, before the day had a chance to tell me what to worry about. Just stood there, watching the sky decide to be light again. I don't take that for granted the way I used to, waking up, getting another one, another morning that didn't have to happen, but did. Every sunrise reminds me of grace, not the complicated kind, just the quiet gift of being here again. Every sunrise reminds me of grace. I didn't earn this morning, I just received it, same as everyone before, same as I hope to keep receiving. I think about the mornings I woke up and immediately started counting what was wrong. Didn't even let the light in first, just went straight to the weight. I'm learning to let the light in first now. Just a moment, just the sunrise before anything else. So this is my prayer before the day starts. Thank you for this, for the light coming back again, for eyes that can see it, for a heart that's learning to call ordinary mornings exactly what they are. Grace, just grace, every single one. Every sunrise reminds me of grace, not the complicated kind, just the quiet gift of being here again. Every sunrise reminds me of grace. I didn't earn this morning, I just received it, same as everyone before. And I'm not wasting it today, I'm not wasting a single ray of it. The lights all the way in now, warm across the floor. I'm still standing at this window, Lord, across the floor, still taking it in. Thank you for another one. Just thank you for waking me up one more time. I don't know what time you arrived, sometime before I woke up, I think. Before the light, before the first sound of the street outside, before I even knew another day was starting. You were already here, already in the room. I think about that sometimes, how I opened my eyes to a day that you've already been in for a while. Like you got here early, just to make sure everything was ready. Before I walked into it, I find something deeply comforting about that. I didn't have to call you in when I woke up. You didn't wait for me to notice you. Before you showed up, you were just here, same as always. You were there before I opened my eyes, before my first thought, before my first word. Already in my morning, already in my day, already making room for whatever was coming. You were there before I opened my eyes. I woke up and you were already waiting. I used to start the day like everything depended on how fast I could get moving. Like the morning was something to survive and push through. Now I started slower, knowing you already went ahead. Knowing I'm stepping into something you already prepared. That changes everything about how I get out of bed. So I'm not rushing this morning, I'm letting myself stay in that space between sleeping and waking a little longer. The place where I'm just barely conscious and somehow closer to you than I am to anything else. I think that's sacred ground. I think that might be the holiest part of my whole day. You were there before I opened my eyes, before my first thought, before my first word. Already in my morning, already in my day, already making room for whatever was coming. You were there before I opened my eyes. I wake up to you now every morning. That's the whole gift. But you were here before all of that. I know that now, Lord. I know it deep. Thank you for arriving for being here. Before our eyes, I didn't do anything to deserve this morning. That's the first thing I thought when the light came through. Not earned, not negotiated, just given. Same as every morning before it, but somehow today I actually felt that. The coffee's warm, birds outside doing their thing. Somebody's dog barking at something. Two houses down, ordinary, all of it ordinary. But I'm sitting here feeling like I'm in the middle of something sacred. I used to need the extraordinary to call something a gift. I'm learning now the ordinary ones were always the bigger miracle. This morning feels like mercy, not because anything went right, not because the hard stuff finally got resolved. Just because I'm here, just because the light came back again this morning feels like mercy. Small, quiet, real, real. I think about what mercy really is. Not just forgiveness, not just the big rescues, but this too. Another cup of coffee, another slow morning, another chance to sit by this window and breathe without everything feeling like it's on fire. So I'm receiving it today, not rushing past it to get to something that feels more significant. This is significant. This quiet kitchen, this warm light, this ordinary Tuesday morning that didn't have to be beautiful, but somehow is. This morning feels like not because anything went right, not because the hard stuff finally got resolved. Just because I'm here, just because the light came back again this morning feels like mercy. I'm not taking it for granted, not today, not this one. The light's shifting now, moving across the floor, slow and easy. I'm just watching it, Lord, not doing anything, just watching it. calling it what it is. Mercy, just mercy, all of it. Mercy. I used to move fast through everything, even prayer, even the quiet moments that were supposed to be quiet. Like I had somewhere more important to be than right here. I'm not sure where I thought I was going. I catch myself slowing down lately, not because I have to, just because fast doesn't feel like the right speed for what I'm trying to build with you. You never seem to be in a hurry with me. I'm starting to think I should return the favor. I don't need to get anywhere faster than you're taking me. I just need to stay close enough to match your pace. I'm learning to walk beside you, not ahead, not behind, right beside you. Slow enough to talk, slow enough to listen, slow enough to notice everything I missed when I was running. I'm learning to walk beside you. That's enough for today. Just walking, just this. Think about how much I missed moving the way I used to. Whole seasons passing like background noise. Grace happening right beside me while I was too busy to look over. I don't want another year to pass like that. So I'm putting down the need to arrive somewhere fast. I'm putting down the version of me that measured faithfulness by how much I accomplished instead of how close I stayed. Staying close, that's the whole thing. That's always been the whole thing. I'm learning to walk beside you, not ahead, not behind. Beside you. Slow enough to talk, slow enough to listen, slow enough to notice everything I missed when I was running. I'm learning to walk beside one ordinary day at a time. That's the pace I want. That's the life I want. The morning's not done yet. Still got time before the day gets loud. I'm in no rush today, Lord, nowhere. I'd rather be than right here, walking slow, right beside you. Right beside you. existed yesterday, not in a big way, just a moment. Sitting in the kitchen when nothing was wrong, and I mean actually nothing. Not suppressed, not ignored, just nothing wrong. I sat with that a little longer than usual. Didn't trust it at first. My body's been so used to bracing for something that peace felt almost suspicious. But I kept sitting, and it kept staying, and eventually I just let myself believe it was real. I think peace stopped talking to me for a while, because I wasn't in a place to hear it. It didn't leave, I just couldn't receive it. Peace is speaking softly again. I almost forgot what that sounded like. Ooh, peace is speaking softly again. Right here in the ordinary, right here in the quiet morning, right here in the cup I'm holding with both hands. I miss this voice. I'm glad it came back. I think about how peace in the Bible isn't the absence of trouble. It's something that doesn't make sense given the circumstances. That's the kind I have today. Things aren't perfect, not even close, but peace is here anyway. Sitting next to me like it never left. So I'm not gonna question it today, not gonna poke at it to see if it holds. I'm just gonna let it sit with me through the morning, through the coffee, through the slow light. Peace came back, Lord. I'm gonna be a good host this time. Peace is speaking softly again. I almost forgot what that sounded like. Peace speaking softly again. Right here in the ordinary, right here in the quiet morning, right here in the cup I'm holding with both hands. I'm listening this time, I'm really listening. It's still here, right next to me. Hasn't moved. I think I'll leave the music off today, Lord. I don't want anything drowning this out. Peace is talking. I just wanna hear it. I remember when quiet felt like a punishment, like every empty room was proof you weren't answering, like silence meant I wasn't worth the sound of your voice. I carried that for a long time. I'm in the same kind of quiet now, same early morning, same open window, same stillness. I used to fill with noise just to feel less alone, but I'm not reaching for anything to fill it. I'm just sitting in it, and it feels like home. Something changed between that first desperate night and this quiet morning. I don't know exactly when, I just know the silence sounds different now, familiar, safe, like breathing. And the silence doesn't scare me anymore. What used to feel like absence feels like presence now. Oh, the silence doesn't scare me anymore. I learned to hear you in the spaces between the words, right there in the quiet, where I used to only hear my own fear. I think about that first night, 2 in the morning, talking to the ceiling, convinced the quiet meant you'd left for good. I didn't know then that you were in the quiet, that you were the quiet, that the silence I was running from was actually the closest you'd been. So I come here on purpose now, to the still rooms, the early mornings, the moments before everything starts. Not because I have to, because I've learned this is where I hear you best, right here, where there's nothing else making noise. Just you, just me, just this. The silence doesn't scare me anymore. What used to feel like absence feels like presence now. The silence doesn't scare me anymore. I found you living right inside of it, patient, gentle, waiting for me to stop running long enough to notice it's quiet right now, deep quiet, the kind I used to dread. I'm breathing slow, Lord, eyes closed, not afraid, not alone, just here with you in the silence that healed me, the same silence that once broke me. I've been noticing things lately, small things, the way the light hits the floor at 7 in the morning, the neighbor who held the door without being asked, the song that came on right when I needed something to say what I couldn't. I used to walk past all of that, head down, moving through the day like it was something to survive, rather rather than something to actually be in. I was missing so much kindness everywhere, and I was too tired to look up and see it. I don't know when I started seeing it again, just somewhere along the way. My eyes started working different, softer, more willing to find you in the small things. I see your kindness everywhere, in the ordinary details. I used to walk right past. I see your kindness everywhere, in the neighbor's wave, the unexpected call, the quiet morning that didn't have to be this peaceful, but is. I think kindness was always your language, not just in the big rescues, but in the 10,000 small ones I've never counted, the ones that kept me going on days I didn't realize I needed keeping. I see them now, I'm counting them now. So this is my prayer today: keep my eyes soft, Lord. Keep me the kind of person who notices, who sees the small gift in the ordinary moments, and knows exactly where it came from. I don't want to go back to walking through life with my head down. I see your kindness everywhere, in the ordinary details. I used to walk right past. I see your kindness everywhere, in the neighbor's wave, the unexpected call, the quiet morning that didn't have to be this peaceful, but is. I see it, Lord. I see you. I see you in all of it. In all of it. The light's still on the floor, that same patch. I know it. I noticed this morning, still warm, still quiet. I think that's you, Lord, just being kind again. Same as always. I see it now. I finally see it. Day's almost done, sun's pulling back slow, the same way it came in. I'm sitting here doing that thing where I go back through it all before I close my eyes, not to grade myself, just to see it clearly. It wasn't a perfect day, I said something too fast, I probably should have held, missed a moment or two I wish I paid more attention to, but I made it through, and there were good things in it I don't want to forget before I sleep. I think the best thing about the end of a day isn't what I accomplished, it's that I was held through it, all of it. think about how hands don't have to do anything dramatic to be holding something. Sometimes they just stay open, stay steady, stay underneath whatever's trying to fall. That's what today felt like. Not rescued, just held quietly, faithfully. So I'm not ending this day with a list of what went wrong. I'm ending it with this. Thank you for today, Lord, for the ordinary weight of it, for the moments I didn't notice you and the ones I did, for keeping your hands open under all of it. One more day held by your hands, not perfect, not without its weight, but held. One more day held by your hands. I didn't carry any of it alone. I know that now. I'm gonna close my eyes knowing that the room's getting dark now. Real quiet, good quiet, good quiet. I'm not bracing for the night the way I used to. I know whose hands I'm in, Lord. Same ones that held me through every hard night before. I'll sleep now. I'm held. I'm held. I used to stay up late, trying to figure out the parts that didn't make sense yet. Running it all back, looking for the answer I must have missed somewhere. Like if I thought about it long enough, I'd finally understand what it all meant. I never did. I'm not doing that tonight. The questions are still there. Some of them probably always will be, but I'm not picking them up before bed anymore. I'm leaving them right there on the table and walking away. That's new for me. I think I confused peace with understanding for a long time, like I couldn't have one without the other. Turns out you can give peace without giving answers. I'm living proof of that tonight. I can rest without knowing everything. I don't need the whole picture tonight. I can rest without knowing everything. Just knowing you hold it is enough for me to close my eyes. Just knowing you're not confused, even when I am, is enough. That's enough. I think about how a child doesn't need to understand the road trip to fall asleep in the back seat. They just need to know someone they trust is driving. That's where I am tonight. Backseat. seat, eyes closing, trusting the one who knows where we're going. So I'm putting it down, Lord, all the questions I haven't solved, all the chapters I haven't been able to read yet. I'm putting them in your hands the same way I do every night now. Not because I stopped caring, just because I finally believe you've got them. I can't rest without knowing everything. I don't need the whole picture tonight. Without knowing everything, just knowing you hold it is enough for me to close my eyes. Just knowing you're not lost, even when I feel like I am. It's enough, yeah, it's always been enough. The room's quiet now. The room's quiet now. I'm not reaching for answers, not tonight. Just breathing slow, eyes heavy, heart settled. I don't know everything, Lord, but I know you. That's the only thing I need to know before I sleep. Nothing special happened today. That's the honest truth. Woke up, made coffee, sat by the window a while, went through the motions of a Tuesday that didn't ask much of me, and I didn't ask much of it. And somewhere in all that nothing, I felt you. I don't know exactly when. Maybe it was the coffee warming both my hands at the same time. Maybe it was the light coming through at that angle it only does in the early hour. Maybe it was just the fact that I was here, breathing, present, unhurried. I used to think you only showed up in the big moments, the crisis, the breakthrough, the answered prayer everyone would hear about later. I was looking in the wrong places. Your love found my ordinary days, the ones with no story to tell, the quiet ones, the in-between ones, the ones I used to call just another Tuesday. Your love found my ordinary days and made them something I don't want to rush through anymore. I think about how most of life is ordinary. Not the mountaintops, not the valleys, just the flat, quiet road in between. I used to just endure that part. Now I think that's exactly where you like to walk with me most. Right there in the unremarkable middle. So I'm paying attention to the ordinary now. The Tuesday mornings, the slow afternoons, the evenings that don't have a highlight. That's where you've been the whole time. Right there in the routine, right there in the nothing special, loving me through the regular hours. Your love found my ordinary days, the ones with no story to tell, the quiet ones, the in That's not nothing, that's everything. I thought I had it figured out. For a minute there, thought I'd learn peace and could just carry it from here on out without much help. Then last Thursday happened and I realized I'm still very much in the learning. It's humbling, going back to the window, back to the coffee, back to the slow breathing. I thought I graduated past, but maybe that's the thing about peace. It's not a diploma, it's a daily practice, and you're patient enough to keep teaching. I'm a slow student sometimes. I forget what I've learned. I panic before I remember to breathe. But I always find my way back to the window, back to this. You keep teaching me peace. The same lesson, different days, different rooms. You keep teaching me peace, like you've got nowhere else to be, and no better student to find. I'm still here, Lord, still learning, still showing up to the class. I think about how peace isn't something you own, it's something you give over and over again. New every morning, patient every time, never once sighing at how often I need to come back and start again. So I'm not embarrassed anymore about needing this again today, about coming back to the window, about asking you for the 10th time to calm the thing in my chest that forgot what calm felt like. Teach me again. I'm listening, I'm always listening when I remember to be still. Keep teaching me peace. The same lesson, different days, different rooms. You keep teaching me peace, like you got nowhere else to be, and no better student to find. I'm still here, Lord, still learning, still grateful. You never gave up on the teaching. The windows open again, same as always. Lesson not finished, oh, probably never fully finished, but I'm here, Lord. Notebook open, heart open, still learning peace from the only one who actually has it to give. There's something about the first few minutes of light that doesn't belong to anything heavy yet. Before the phone, before the news, before the day decides what it's gonna ask of me. Just the light, just the beginning, just this. I used to let the worry in first thing, before I even got out of bed, like it was waiting at the door, and I kept opening it out of habit. I don't open that door first anymore. I open the window instead, let the morning in before I let anything else. Maybe that's the whole practice, letting hope be the first voice I give the floor to. Before the doubt, before the questions, before I remember what's still unresolved. The morning belongs to hope before it belongs to anything else. Before the wait finds me, before the noise starts up. Oh, the morning belongs to hope. I'm learning to protect those first quiet minutes, like they're the most important ones. Maybe they are. I think about how even hard days start the same way. Same light, same slow beginning, same open window. If I choose to open it, hope doesn't ask if the day deserves it, it just shows up. Same time every morning, faithful, unhurried, waiting to be let in. So I'm making a habit of this first light, slow breath, no phone, no news, just me in the morning. And whatever you're saying in the quiet before everything else starts competing for my attention, this hour is yours, Lord, and I think it's mine too. The morning belongs to hope. The morning belongs to hope. Before it belongs to anything else. Before the wait finds me, before the noise starts up. The morning belongs to hope. I'm choosing that every morning now. Same window, same light, same decision to let hope in first. Hey, hope in first. Hey, hey, the light's fully here now. Day's officially started, but I caught it, Lord. That first quiet moment before anything else moved in, I gave it to hope. I gave it to you. Same thing, I think. Same thing. Same thing. I don't say thank you enough, not the real kind, not the kind that stops what it's doing and actually means it. So I'm stopping this morning, coffee's warm, windows open, nothing urgent. urgent pulling at me, yeah. Just this, just thank you. I'm thinking about the nights I said you weren't there, the ones I counted as evidence against you. And I'm thinking about how wrong I was, not in a guilty way, just in a quiet, I see it now kind of way. You were there for all of it, every single night. I don't need to understand everything you did to be grateful for it. I just need to stop long enough to say it. So here I am, stopped saying it. Thank you for staying close when I couldn't feel you, when I didn't deserve the closeness, when I pushed back and you stayed anyway. Thank you for staying close. That's the thing I'm most grateful for. Out of everything, not the answers, not the rescue, just the staying, just that. I think about all the ways staying is its own kind of love. Not dramatic, not demanding anything back, just present, just faithful, just there. Every morning I open my eyes, every night I finally close them. You were there for both every single time. So I'm sitting here with both hands around this cup and just being grateful, not asking for anything, not bringing a list, just bringing this. Thank you, Lord, for the closeness I didn't always recognize, but never actually lost. Thank you for staying close when I couldn't feel you, when I didn't deserve the closeness, when I had nothing left to offer back. Thank you for staying close. I don't have better words than that. I just know it's the truest thing I've said in a long time. Thank you, just thank you. The coffee's almost gone. Morning's moving on now, but I meant every word, Lord, every quiet word. Thank you for staying. Thank you for close. Thank you for never once making me find you from too far away. Today wasn't perfect, I wanna be honest about that. Before I close my eyes, there were moments I forgot what I've learned. Moments the old fear showed up at the door, and I almost let it back in. I didn't handle everything well. Some hours I was distracted, some hours I was just going through the motions of a faith that felt more like habit than anything real. But I'm still here, still at the window, still talking to you, that counts for something. I'm not gonna be hard on myself tonight. I'm just gonna sit down today exactly as it was, imperfect, honest mind, and make one quiet promise before I sleep. Tomorrow I'll trust you again, not perfectly, not without the questions, but again. Tomorrow I'll trust you again. That's all I've got to offer tonight, just the promise of one more morning where I choose you first. I think that's what faith actually looks like most days. Not a grand declaration, just a quiet decision made tight at the end of an ordinary day, to show up again tomorrow and try, just try. So here's my prayer tonight, Lord, not for strength,
not for answers,
just for the morning.
just let me wake up.
Willing again, willing to sit by the window, willing to hold the coffee warm, willing to say one more time that I trust you. Tomorrow I'll trust you again, not perfectly, not without the questions, but again. Tomorrow I'll trust you again. Same window, same quiet, same ordinary morning, where I choose to believe you're still good. You've always been good. The day's done now, I'm letting it go. All of it, the good parts, the parts I take back. I'll see you in the morning, Lord. Same window, same coffee, same me, trying again. That's the whole promise, just again.